Today's LeetCode problem. So this is a LeetCode medium one. Let's see what the question is. So the question is minimum difference between the largest and the smallest value in three moves. So basically we have given an integer array nums. In one move, you can choose one element of nums and change it to any value. Return the minimum difference between the largest and the smallest value of nums after performing at most three moves. So basically we can change any nums value to any value, and we can do that at most three times, right, in this array. And so that we I need to find the minimum difference between the largest and the smallest value. So if you see the first example, nums 5324, if we see the first example in this, you see the maximum element is 5 and the minimum element is 2, right? So if you don't change, till now I haven't changed of the uh, any of the any of the values. So for now my the minimum difference is 3, but I can change at most three moves, right? I have three moves, at least at most three moves. It means I can change some of the values to any value whichever I want and find the difference, right? So if you basically see that for finding the minimum difference, if I change this two, if I change to this two to 3, so basically it's just a uh, 5324, right? So I can change any values to any value. So for finding the minimum for getting the minimum difference between max and the mean, I need to change any the maximum value and the minimum value for sure, right? So if I do this, so I if I change this 5 to 2, if I change this 5 to 2, right? So now what I will get, I will get 2 3 2 4. Still if I take the difference will be 1, right? Because the maximum value is 4 and the minimum value is 2, which is 2, right? Difference value is 2. So can I get more more minimum values? So I have left two moves. Still I have also get two moves. So if I change this 3 and 4 to 2, change 3 and 4 to 2, so what I will get, I will get 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2. So the difference is 0. So basically one thing you need to understand that the maximum difference, the minimum difference would be, so one thing you need to understand, the minimum difference would be uh, for sure that it is 0, right? The minimum difference would be definitely not be greater than equals to 0 always, right? One thing you need to understand, right? So but how we will tackle this, right? So first thing is sure that here order doesn't matter, order does not matter, right? Order does not matter, and we have three moves. So first thing is that order does not matter. So sorting will can work. Sorting can work, right? Sorting may work. Okay, so sorting may work for this problem, right? So we will think on that whether sorting will work or not. Although sorting will work, because here we need to just see the maximum, the largest value and the smallest value. So I need to figure out the largest and the smallest value. Either I make changes or not, I need to figure out the largest and smallest value. So sorting should definitely work, right? Sorting will definitely work. So what I will do, I will apply sorting, right? I will apply sorting for sure, right? So I'm sure about that. I will apply sorting for sure, right? I'm sure about that. Okay. Second thing, I got three moves, right? I can change any three values of the array, right? For sure, right? Now, now the thing is that how we will choose, how we will how will we choose three moves, three values. How we will choose three values and change their values to which element element or value, such that I will get the mean difference, right, between the largest and the smallest value, right, of nums. That's the question, right? Okay. So the first thing is that I have applied sorting. It means I have got the numbers of array in increasing order for sure, right? I can apply three moves. So if I want to apply three moves, what can be the possibilities, right? So we will understand by taking some generalization by taking this, right? So one thing is for sure that suppose I have ABC, right? One thing is for sure, if I have three elements only, if I have three elements, if I have three elements, so basically if I have three elements, I can change, or I have three elements, so I can change ABC to any of the values, right? I can change ABC to any of the values. So ABC can be changed to same element. So A can be changed to B. So B, it can be B, right? For sure. So answer would be 0, right? If I have four values, four elements, so A, B, C, D, right? I can change three values. So any values can be changed to any values which is existing in this array. So suppose I changed all the values, three values to A, right? A. So its difference would be 0 also, because maximum and the minimum element is same. Right? Okay. So till four elements, till four elements of array, I am definitely going to get 0 as a difference, right? Minimum difference would be definitely be 0, right? Minimum difference would be definitely be 0, right? I'm sure about that. What if greater than elements of greater than 4, right? So we will understand that, right? So suppose I have taken A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Right? So this is greater than this, and I can change three elements, right? I can change three elements, any three elements of this. So basically, just think like, which three elements would you choose if you want to change anything? Which elements you would choose? I want the largest and the smallest value, right? I want largest and the smallest value. So if you want to change some elements, you would either choose, either you can decrease the largest value to minimize. So minimization condition what would be? So it would be, for minimization condition, what would be that be? Either you can decrease the largest value to some lower value, or or you can, you can increase the smallest value to some high value, right? Then you can only minimize the conditions, right? These are the two options you have, right? So basically, you need to decrease the largest value, or you can increase the largest value, and I can take only three values. So ideally, which elements I need to see? Either I need to see. Okay, this is in sorted order. This is in sorted order. This A B C D in sorted order, because how will I know the largest and the element? So what I will do, I have done sorted. So what I will do, I will just see that I can apply changes either in ABC. I can apply changes either either in A, B, C, or F, G, H. Right? These six elements. These are the this is the These are the six elements. I can apply only the changes, and I will definitely I will apply some changes to find the minimum difference, right? Because why I'm not saying DE? Because if you see, observe here, that if you change this ABC to any value, that must not be greater than this D, right? Suppose I have changed all the values ABC to the value greater than D, right? So this D will be get small, this D will be small in that case, right? So I'm sure about that I cannot change this ABC values to its right of the elements, just right of the elements, right? Right. I'm just I can change this A at most to B, right? I can change this A to at most to B. I can change this AB at most to C. I can change ABC at most to D. That's the benefit of sorting here, right? Same conditions for from backward, right? I can change H to at most G, lower value. I can change GH at most to F, the lower value. I can change FGH at most to E, lower value, right? So I'm sure about that. The third condition is what? The third condition. The third condition is that I can change. So in this case, so what the condition I can change? I can change the change it to just its previous. This is previous lower value, lower value. I'm sure about that, and I can change it to just its higher value, higher value, next higher value, next higher value, right? So these two the conditions should be must be satisfied, right? Either I can change A to B till B, because if I change this A greater than this B, then this B will be small, right? So I can change this A to B only, right? And I can change this AB till C, right? Same goes for this. Understood, right? Okay. The three things, the three four things that we have understood, right? First is sorting. Second is that I can change this A to B C, and H to G, just its previous value, right? And we have three moves. We have three moves, right? So basically, we have three options to change in six elements, right? This ABC and this FGH. Let's write it here, right? So we have three options to change in six elements. So basically, we need to we need to apply we need to apply all the options. We need to try all the options from first three elements, from first three elements to last three elements, right? From first three elements to last three elements, because any changes can give us the minimum element, right? A minimum difference, right? Any change, either you try. So what are the combinations can be formed, right? From this A B C and F G H, right? Basically what are the combinations we form? So either you so basically either you do not change, right? The first thing is either you don't change. So don't change anything, don't change anything. In that case, the difference would be the maximum element is H minus A. This is the difference. Second thing, either you change the first element, the minimum element A to B, right? So one change. So this A can be changed to B. So if I change like this, so I also have two moves left. So either you change this H to G, because we need to minimize now. So for minimizing, this H can be decreased to G. Either I can change this H, or I leave it, because we have left two options, right? Two moves. So either I can change H to G, or G H both to F, because we have left two options, right? So one options to change this A to B, and the second option is, so again I have two options for that. So either I can change F G, I can make this F G G, or I can make this. Okay, we have three options, right? Because either you can change or you don't change, right? So let's give some spaces here. Let's go give some space, and yeah, finally. So this is something. Either you don't change anything, or you change the first element only. So this become F G G, or you can change the two elements, because we have two moves left. So we have three options, two moves left. Either you don't change, either you change first element, or either you change two elements. So if you change two elements, that would be F, right? So these are the options with this one element. So one move to ABC, and you have at most two moves left with the last element, right? The second option, that you choose two moves at the first element, and you will left with one move in last element. So if you choose two moves in first element, so this AB can change to at most C. So we will change that. So B B, sorry, A, sorry, C, C, and C. So we have used two moves. So we have left only one move for the last element for this FGH. So either you change it or leave it, right? Either you change it or leave it. So I will. You have two options again. Either you leave it. So if you leave it, this FGH will be same, and if you change, then only one move you have left. So this H can be only to change to G. So this F, G, and G, right? Now again, fourth thing, that you have used two options. Now basically you have also have three options to use ABC, right? So but basically the next element after C is D, right? So this ABC can be changed. This ABC can be changed to D, but if you change this ABC to D, this FGH will not have any options, right? So if you change this ABC to D, so D, 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 right? And you have only, you have don't have any moves, so you have only options F, G, and H, right? The first thing, the first case, in first case I missed something, that this ABC, when you don't change anything in ABC, right? When you don't change things in ABC, so you have option of changing this FGH either 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So basically what I'm saying, that if you don't change anything in ABC first part, so you have three elements, you have three moves left with this FGH, right? So this ABC, A, B, and C is not changing anything. So you have four options, right? Either you change, either you don't, either you change one, either you change two, either you change all the threes, right? Either you change all the threes, right? You have four options. So basically we have 5 F, G, H. If I don't change anything, if I change one element, so that would be F, G, G. If I change only two elements, so that would be F, F, F. And if I want to change all the three elements, so I will do what I will do. See, I will see this, its F previous value, which is E, right? So I can change, so I can change this all the three values till E values, right? So that will become E, 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 right? So this is how. And now what we need to do, we need to just see all the maximum minimum elements possibilities and take the minimum difference of that, right? So this is difference H minus A. So what are the possibilities of this? So this difference, minimum of difference H minus this B part. H is maximum, B is minimum. So H minus B. The second option is G minus B. The third is F minus B, right? So minimum of all this, right, will be stored in difference. Again, we will need to take minimum of all this. The same thing applied here. H minus C, G minus C, right? Same thing applied here. That would be H minus D. The same thing applied here, right? So basically, what I'm doing is I am just seeing all the possibilities of three moves, either from first or the second, and finding the minimum difference of the largest element and the lower elements in all the cases, right? So basically I'm doing this, right? And from all that, from all this, this minimum, this minimum, this minimum, the minimum values which will I get is our answer. The minimum among all of them, among all of them, will be my answer, right? For sure, my answer, right? So this is how we solve this problem, right? So this is just a generalization purpose. That's why I've used ABCDF. If you see any example, let's suppose I will take this example 150 10 14. So first thing is sorting. So I will sort it 0 1 5 10 and 14, right? So first thing is that I will do a sort. So after sorting, what we need to do, I will just see that this 0 1 10 and 14, I need to apply three operations, right? So basically, it is greater than four elements. So I will apply three operations. So what are the three elements I need to apply? So 0, 1, and 5. I can apply, right? So If I apply on 015, so what are the operations I can do? So if I want to change this 015 to 1014, so this 015, the first difference is without changing. So 14 minus 0 is 14, right? Again, now I want to change this 0 to 1, so 1 is changed. So now I have options of 10 14 to change, right? So if I change, two options I have, right? Either I can change 10 14 to 5, or this 14 to 10 only. So it's optimal to change this 5. It's optimal to change this 5, use this 5, because at last I need to minimize now. So this don't need to change this, just you can take this 5, because this 0 has already changed to 1, and we have all the two options. So I can change this all the two options to 5. So after changing this 115, the this can become 5 5 and 5, right? This can become 5 5 and 5. So basically these are the two options we have: 5 10 and 14, right? Now the question is just implementation. The logic is this, right? You just need to implement. How will you implement this logic? By taking all the three options, right? So basically I have just changed this to 5. Now this 5, now this 5 minus 1, uh, yeah, this 5 minus 1 is now just becomes 4, right? The difference is 4, which is minimum that this 14. Now again, what are the options we have? We have the options of to change this 0 1. We have the options of 0 1 to 5, right? So we are just trying to we are just trying all the options, that how we will find the basically the answers, right? So we are just trying all the options. So basically you can see that you can change this 0 1 now. If you change this 0 1, so you 0 1 change to 5. So this 5 5 and this 5. Now you have changed these two elements, you have left with one element. So you can change this 14 to 14 to 10, right? Now again this 10 minus 5 is 5, which is greater than this 4, right? So we have till got four elements, right? We have got till four elements to change. So the next thing is that what are the what are the next options I can try? So the thing is that either you take this 0 1 as the same thing. So you can try all the options. I am just going to an optimal options, that if I don't change this 0 1 to anything, right? And I just change this 5 10 and 14 to the previous one, that I have got, I have not changed this 0 1 anything. So I have changed this 5 10 and 14 to just previous values, which is 1. So that would be I have just changed this 5 10 14 to its previous value. So I have got three moves, so I can change this to 1 1 1 and 1. So now if you see this 0 1, what are the what is the difference would be till 1, right? So this difference is our answer for sure, because this is the minimum difference I can got it, right? So basically I can find it by just trying out all options. So now thing is that how we will implement that, how we will implement that. So if you see here that f g h, right? And if I give it index value 4 5 6 and 7. So when I want to change this a, when I want to change this a, I have, so when I don't want to change this abc anything, right? So I have three options for fgh, four options. Either I can change this, or change one, change two, or change all the threes, right? So basically if you don't want to change this, so the optimal answer would be that you take this, you you change all this fgh, right? So if you the first is that if you don't change anything to first element, first three elements, the optimal answer is what? The optimal solution is that you take this e value, because fgh is the maximum value. So you don't need to try either one, two, or three elements, right? You don't need to try either, right? The thing is, you don't need to see this one, two, or three. You just need to see this e value. If you don't change this, because this three can be changed, you have three elements left, right? So you will see this e value, right? So the implementation purpose, what you will see, if you don't change anything to this I value, you will see that this nums I is can be changed to n minus 1 minus I, which is just a implementation purpose. How will you implement this, right? So if you see here, this I value is 0. If this is 0, and if I don't change this, so the minimum element is a itself. So the maximum element I can take is e to after changing this, right? So this is 4, so 7. So what are the elements I can take when I don't change this? So a will be the minimum, and max value will be the e. And what are the indices we have? It is at 0 and it is at 4, right? So for I is equals to 0, I need to take I is equals to 4, right? I need to take I is equals to 4. Same thing. I'm just trying to show you the pattern to form the implementation purpose, right? So if you change this a to b, it means I need to take this b. So if I change a to b, what does it mean? I need to take this b value as a minimum element. So b is at 0. So the b will be the minimum, so b will be the minimum, which is at 1. And if b has taken, it means we have two moves for this left, so gh can definitely be changed to f, right? And it is optimal way to choose this f, because this f is less than this gh, and that will give me the minimum difference with b. So it is optimal to choose b. It means when I want to take this b, I need to take the max value as f, which is at 5, right? It means what would be the mapping here? Mapping would be mapping would be when I is equals to 1, I need to take I is equals to 5. I need to take 5. So see, when I have started I at 0, I have started for 4. When I started to 1, I have started from 5. When I started from I is equals to 2, then two options has taken, so you have only one element left, so you need to take 6, right? So you have to left with 6, right? So basically you just need to do like this. When I is equals to at 3, it means you have changes all the three moves and you don't left any of the things, so it means the maximum element is 7 will apart. So this will be I is equals to 7, this will be 6. So see, the element which is increased go in increasing order, right? So this is now we will implement just we will this is how we will just implement the same thing, right? For only the three values, only the this 0 1, only for this four values, 0 1 and 2 and 3, right? Only this for four values, right? So let's just implement, you will be better understand for this. So let's just comment this, uh, comment. Yeah. Now let's start from nums.size. The first thing is that if I have the first thing is that if I have till four elements, I will definitely can get 0, right? So first condition is if n is less than 4, I will return 0. Just the nothing but is no need to see that, because I have three moves, I can make all the three moves to the same elements and answer would be 0. Now if n is greater than 4, what I will do, I will take help of sorting. So I will sort it. Now what I will do, I will I can have three moves, so I will try options for three moves, like this, so I can move till 4, because I can move till this four elements, 0 1 2 3, right? Because three elements can be changed, so I will move till 3. For int I 0 till 3 I plus plus. Now what I need to see, I will need to find the minimum difference, so I will initialize this to the max value we have. I can have. So what will be the what can be the difference? What will be the difference? So if you choose 0 as a mini element, it means you haven't changed anything from the first three elements. It means you have three moves to change from the last element. So it is optimal way to take this e value, which is at the last fourth position, from the last four position to E, because it will definitely give me the difference with A as minimum for if I don't change this anything, right? So this E minus A would be the for sure. So if I is equal to 0, so I would be at 4, right? If I is equal to 0, I would be at 4. But how will I implement this, right? So basically, if I am at I is equal to 0 and I want I is equal to 4, and the n is 7 here, n is 7 here, see, n is 7 here. So what would be the conditions? So n minus 1, which is 6, 6 minus 3, which is 6 minus 3, sorry, this is n minus 1 and minus 3, so that would be minus 3 plus I, right? So if you see here, the 7 minus is 1 is 6, 6 minus 3 is 3. So basically what I need to take, I need to take this 4 value, no? Okay, sorry, this is 8 elements now. So this is 8. Sorry, these are all the 8s. 7 is the indices. So 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 minus is 3, 4. 4 plus I is 0. So this is 4. So when you change I to 1, so when you change I to 1, so we need I to 5. I is equals to 5. So that would be 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4 plus 1, which is 5. So that's what I need to use here. Right? Right. Let's write it like this. So n minus 1 minus 3 plus 1 plus I, sorry, because I is changing. So so the back element should also change, minus this current element, right, which is needs to be minimum element, and we will take the minimum of both of the difference, and at last I will return the answer. That's how this is the simple code. But to think like this, we need to analyze all these things, right? Basically you just need to see all the three options we have, because we have three moves left. So let's run this. Something is missing. Okay, I have not taken mean. I need to take mean, right? Because definitely we need to find mean elements, not max element. So we have passed all the sample case. Let's submit it. Yeah, we have passed all the test cases. So what will the time and the space complexity for this problem? So the time complexity would be, the first thing is that we have sorted it. So O of n log n for sure, right? The second thing is that I am iterating for the three elements only. So that would be O of 3 only. So basically it, that is very limited, so that the time complexity would be O of n log n, and the space complexity would be, so I haven't taken any of the extra spaces here other than this answer and difference. So we have O of 1 in C++, of course, not in Python and Java. They can they have they have inbuilt function takes O of n in other languages, but in C++ it is O of n. So yeah, that's how we will solve this problem. Hope you understand it. Hope you understand it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.